Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. I wish I could say the same at this moment. Um, this is going to be a quick or fairly quick podcast style thing. I'm not going to spend the time editing at this moment. I just got home from work and had to deal with this issue that I'm going to discuss. So, while I was on lunch break today, I decided to check my Google Studio or YouTube Studio because I haven't really checked it in a while. And I got a message on there and a situation on there which I'm going to discuss. So I just spent over an hour on the phone. I'm trying to find the email here so I could just show it to you guys or read it to you. So I spent over an hour on the phone with this guy in chat. His name was Paolo. I don't even know who or what he works for, but supposedly something with Google. And I got an email 4 days ago, apparently, that went straight to my junk mail that I never even saw. So it basically says that my channel was flagged in violation due to something called reused content that they won't explain to me. I'll get that in. I'll get into that in a minute. Something for reused content, and for the third time now, they've taken my monetization away. So I get on the phone on this chat thing with this guy Paola, whatever, trying to find out what's the violation. What is the video or the content that is reused content. An hour later passes, and all he does is copy and paste the email that I received 4 days ago. Can't give me any information, can't tell me anything about what's going on. Whatever it is, what it is. Truth be told, I flipped on him, and he deserved it because, excuse my language, but he was an asshole. And I apologize if there's any language used in this video that people might not like. Normally I keep myself very family oriented and politically correct and don't say anything wrong because, it is what it is. And I try to, I just try to be a good person, when I make these videos to help everybody out. And, so to make a long story short, guys, this is going to be the last video that you ever hear or see from me. And this is not the way that I wanted the channel to end. Truth be told, I put up a post a few days ago. I think 3 or 4 of you voted and commented on it. I have a new guitar coming Thursday, which was supposed to be featured on the channel. I have stuff that I had filmed that I never had time to edit, so I'm not going to bother. I've had this channel, I want to say, since 2012. I had a channel before that for a short period of time, and I ended up getting locked out of it. I don't remember what happened, but I know the channel was deleted and I couldn't access the email or something, so it kind of disappeared. And then in 2012, I believe I made this one. And the whole purpose of this channel was to help people. That's all it ever was. You guys know who follow the channel. You guys know that I am a former professional musician. I am a certified guitar tech that used to actually mean something, I've done a lot of videos to help people. I've done over 100 videos on my channel. Right now it says I have 82, I think. That's because I removed some, and some are private and different things. A handful of them I had problems with, so, I just took them down or whatever. The funny thing about it, too, is that I'm monetized, but I've never received $1 from Google. They owe me like $200 that they won't even give me. And I've been dealing with this for like over a year. That's another situation, too. And the other thing is that, like, I've always said that any money that I ever made on this channel was going to be donated to charity. And I've always kept my word on that because I don't do this for the money. You guys, I have a full-time job that I work 5 to 6 days a week. I have a family that I have to take care of. I have animals to take care of. I have a house that I own that I have to take care of. And I still try to find the time to give you guys a couple of videos a month or a video a month, because that was my original goal. And around Christmas time, I was trying to get this money because I was going to do a video where I donated all the money to a charity of my choice, which was a children's charity. And Google still will not give me the money. That's a whole other bunch of nonsense in itself. So, guys, I got to be honest with you. In the last year or so, the channel has really declined. And it's because Google has stopped promoting my videos. I've had issues with people harassing me that I've had to report, unfortunately. And when I do that, Google doesn't like it and they stop promoting you. I've had my monetization taken away now for the third time. When they do that, they start you back off as zero. And, there was a period where I was getting like 6,000 hours of views a month or something. And now I'm lucky if I'm getting 300 or 400. The one thing I can say that's the cool thing about this whole situation is that I've met a lot of cool people along the way. And I've met people who have emailed me and messaged me from countries all over the world that I never would have thought that I've talked to. I've helped people from all over the world fix their guitars, ask questions about guitars, ask me questions about how to fix this or how to set this up, and what's the measurements for this, or what's the specs for this, or how should I do this, or how should I replace a neck or pickups or bridge or whatever. I've done this. I've been involved with this pretty much since 1990. So you guys do the math on that. 33 years. I mean, I don't have to sit here and do this. I know people still to this day that I am very good friends with, that I worked with in the past, that are still professionals in the business. They won't touch this shit with a 10-foot pole. They don't have Facebook. They will not deal with it. They have other people that do it for them. I've had friends of mine that I've asked to come on here to interview, people that are big name people, recording artists, guys that have records, guys that tour, still tour. They won't touch it. They don't want anything to do with social media. They don't want to deal with YouTube because it's too much of a fucking pain in the ass. And I respect that, It is what it is, guys. At the end of the day, for somebody that didn't even have an agenda, I started this off as something to help other people. We're at almost 1,300 subs. Like I said, over 100 videos. 747,112 views. That's not something to laugh about. As far as I'm concerned, that's a huge, huge achievement. And, I didn't want it to end this way. Like I said, I thought I had a lot of stuff to still offer. And I thought I still had a lot of stuff coming for you guys. And truth be told, it's not worth my time. To make $10 a month, and then donate it to charity. Like, yeah, that's great that you give the money away, but 10 or 20 bucks a month, like, it's not even worth my time, guys. The last video that I did on that Washburn guitar, that was like the last real video that I did. That guitar, I did 6 to 7 hours worth of work on that guitar. I filmed it. I had almost 4 hours worth of content that I had to cut down, and I put it to like 51, 52 minutes, something like that. 50 minutes, I don't remember the exact number. All this time to edit, all this time to do all this stuff, and it's for free, guys. It's for free. And like I said, I have a family. I have other obligations. I have a job where I work 5 or 6 days a week. For me to do this to help other people, that was the goal. But at the same time, if there's going to be no kickback, no support, people aren't going to be interested, then there's no point in doing it, And to find this out today, that they took away the monetization for now the third time, and they can't even tell me why. And the guy on the phone is basically telling me, well, the algorithm found something, or our system found something. And I'm like, well, what did you find so I can correct the problem? Can't tell me. Said it's all from an outside source and we can't give specifics. So how the fuck are you supposed to fix the problem? How am I supposed to fix the problem? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I just want to say, guys, thank you for those who have supported the channel. Thank you to all the friends that I've made. To all the people who reached out to me, even as of recently. If people still have questions, you guys know where to find me. You can Facebook me, you can email me, whatever. Email me through the channel. The channel's going to stay up, but the videos are going to be removed tonight. Or put private or whatever. They're not going to be available to be seen any longer, other than this one. I thank you guys for the support, and I've been doing this pretty steadily now for the last 5 or 6 years. And like I said, I've tried to help people and give people content and help people out. But the stuff that I've gone through that I've never talked about, people stealing my content, me finding my videos on German and foreign websites selling guitars using my videos as reviews without my permission, people copyright claiming my own content to get money off of it every month, and I'm not even making money. And then I have to fight against Google to say that it's my content when somebody else just put in a fake claim. Like, it's nonsense. It's bullshit. And like I said, to make 10 or 20 bucks a month, you can keep it. It's not worth my time. And I just, at the end of the day, I hope you guys understand. And I truthfully am sorry, because I did not want it to end this way. I really didn't. Like I said, I have stuff that I had filmed. I have unboxings and stuff that I never even posted because I haven't had the time. Like I said, I have a guitar probably coming Wednesday or Thursday. It's a guitar that I've never owned before. It's a company that I've never even dealt with before. Wanted to try something new. We were going to check it out. I was going to do a review, do the setup, do the whole thing like I always do, right? Now you guys won't see it. And it's unfortunate. And Google is going to tell me, oh, well, you have to make a video and try to appeal what we found. And if you're granted, within 30 days, you'll be reinstated. Or you can remove your videos and then reapply. Come on, man. For 10 bucks a month, I'm not doing that. It's not even worth my time. And I did it for too long for free. That's the other thing. For years and years, I was not monetized. I've only been monetized for probably the past 2 or 3 years. And the only reason why I became monetized is because people were making money off of my videos. Like I said, with people copyright claiming my stuff or using my stuff on their own websites or using whatever. And I said, well, you know what? If they're going to make money, then I might as well make some money too. And whatever money I make, I'm going to give it to charity, which I have done. I have always kept that promise, and I still will to this day. And if Google ever gives me this $200 that they owe me, or $180, whatever it is that they owe me, that money will go to charity. You have my word on that, because I don't need it. Like I said, I work a job. I work 6 days, 6 days a week. I don't need it. I own a house. I don't need $200. I just paid $1,000 for a guitar that's coming Thursday. Like, I don't need it, And I'm sorry if, I don't sound like the JJ that you used to know or that you're used to. That's just because I'm really aggravated. And unfortunately, being from New York, I make this joke a lot, whereas if you piss me off, the New York comes out of me. And, it's not my intention, and I apologize for that. But you guys got to understand where I'm coming from, too. And, I just getting this email at work today and then having to come home and deal with this guy on the phone and wasting over an hour of my time for this nonsense for some idiot that couldn't even help me. And then they're basically going to say, oh, make a video and just appeal. No, I don't got time for that. I'm making this video for you guys to say goodbye. And, for the 10 or 12 people that are probably going to actually watch it and actually care, I appreciate you all. And I thank you all. Because I think I started saying this before, and I apologize if this is kind of rambling, because it's not scripted or anything. But, in the last year, if I started saying this before, the channel's been really on a decline. And a lot of that is because YouTube stopped promoting my content when I had issues with people. That's one thing that they don't like. If somebody comes in and starts harassing me through comments, like there was literally this one guy who put 12 comments up in 2 hours harassing me. and he just would not stop. And it was over one of the Van Halen videos that I did, and he just, he was one of these guys that he thought he knew everything about everything, and he was just harassment, and I had to report him. YouTube doesn't want to deal with that. They don't want to get into the middle of conflict. So rather than, go after the guy that's harassing me, you stop promoting my channel and make me be, the one that's punished. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is, guys. And, I can't say if I'll be going for sure 100%, but at this point it looks like 90%. I'm not gonna put the time in. I'd rather be fixing guitars for customers and, making the extra money, obviously, on the side like I've done for, however long, 25 plus years that I've been doing it. Doing my side business with that and actually playing music, for myself. Like, that's the whole point of being a guitar player, isn't it? Or a bass player, or whatever it is that you do, right? It's to play music and be, have enjoyment, be creative, write, do your thing, do you. And I think that I should probably focus more on that rather than trying to help people and teach people how to fix stuff and do whatever, because the turnaround just isn't there. The channel hasn't been growing, is what I started to say before. I put up like these posts, I put up these posts online where I ask you guys questions and this and that, whatever. What would you like to see? Almost 1,300 subs, 3 people comment, 4 people comment, 1 person comments, It's like there's no engagement. So with everything that has been happening with that, and then what happened today, it basically tells me the channel's dead. There's a half a dozen of you, which I think, don't get me wrong, I really do. But, there's maybe a dozen people who are engaged, who actually comment and actually care. And the rest of you, it's just like, I don't know what you do. Do you just not care? Did you just subscribe because for what? I don't get it. But regardless, for those of you that want to stick around. There might be something coming in the future. I don't know. But, the other thing that I think about now is that YouTube is trying to say that I'm reusing content. And I told the guy on the phone in the chat thing, all the content on the channel is my content. So if I decide, which I was going to do at one point, and I have been working on and off here and there, I was going to put up original music or maybe collaborate with people. That's something that I wanted to do a few years ago when everybody was doing it. And unfortunately, I was going through an injury and I couldn't play guitar. I couldn't play guitar for over a year because of a neck injury that I had that I talked about before. And I still have, bad days with it. But that's something that I thought about doing, But then if I do that, and let's say I contact 3 or 4 of you guys and we work on some songs that I write or whatever, or cover or whatever, even though I'm not really into covers, but, do whatever. Then what's YouTube going to say? That I'm reusing somebody's content and it's a copyright strike, and then you work on all this stuff and you can't even do anything with it? It's like, come on, man. I don't got time for that. So guys, I'm sorry. And like I said, I didn't want it to end like this. I might come back at some point, but I don't foresee it anytime soon. And I'm going to say the same thing I always say. Take care of each other, Be safe and take care of each other. And I thank you to everybody who supported me, over the last 6 years steadily. And some of you that have been around, for 12 years, 10, 12, 14 years, whatever it's been. People that I've known from my old account, up until now. And I appreciate you all, and I hope you understand. And like I said, I apologize. There's really nothing that I can do. And I know a handful of you guys are going to be like, appeal, fight it. But at the end of the day, for a channel that's dying, that it seems like nobody's interested in, it's not worth my time. So take care, everybody.